everybody. I trust you're enjoying the dinner tonight, and I want you to continue to do that. I want to thank all of you for coming tonight and celebrating some of Greater Mankato's outstanding businesses and professionals in the year of 2012. I'm Jonathan Ziert, and I'm President and CEO for Greater Mankato Growth, and it's my pleasure to welcome you this evening. I want you to continue to enjoy the dinner you've got in front of you. It's delicious. Najwa and her team have outdone themselves once again, and I want to thank our evening dinner sponsor, Hickory Tech. Of course, those of you that know me and know my interests really well, you know that I just loved that red velvet cake tonight. That's spectacular. Thank you, Najwa. I also want to give some thank yous to some other folks. Stone Path Studios, which is Bethany Lutheran College's student-run production company. And they're not only our video sponsor this evening, but the videos that you'll see later in the evening are videos that they helped produce. We want to thank our three event sponsors, United Prairie Bank, Nabisco Foods International, and Wells Fargo Bank. And a special thank you to our presenting sponsor this year, Charter Business. If you would, please help me show our appreciation to all of this generous. The theme of tonight's Greater Mankato Business Awards and Hall of Fame is the journey to success. As I'm sure anyone in the room can attest, the journey to success isn't always easy. There may be twists, there might be turns, there will be goods, there will be bad. But in the end, typically, we find the journey to be worthwhile. As you can see from the program that you've got in front of you tonight, we're going to be giving out a number of awards to a wonderful group of deserving businesses and individuals. Now, just a little bit of logistics for our award recipients. After you receive your award this evening and you make your way across the stage and you've made your remarks, I'd like you to head to my stage left, your right, where Quality 1 Hour Photo will be taking pictures this evening of you and your award to commemorate that. And I know some of you brought some guests along this evening as well. So at the conclusion of the program tonight, you can return to that area of the banquet hall, and they'll take some additional commemorative photos for you. With that, I'd like to begin tonight's program. We've got a group of awards that are going to be presented first by our City Center Partnership. Now, this group, an affiliate of GMG, is a dedicated group of individuals that we have the pleasure of working with as they continue to focus energy, enthusiasm, and resources on ensuring that this critically important part of our community, known as the downtown, or what we like to call the city center, continues to thrive and be vibrant. And here to present the awards this evening, on behalf of the City Center Partnership, our board chair, Stacy Straka, and City Center Partnership Coordinator, Eric Harriman. Please welcome them to the stage.
Thank you, Jonathan. The City Center Partnership has a mission to serve as a catalyst for development of the City Center that supports private and public investment in projects, programs, or initiatives which seek to increase the number of customers, employees, or residents that we have here in the City Center. The City Design Awards were established to acknowledge those who make outstanding contributions to City Center spaces, whether used for commercial, industrial, hospitality, retail, or other private sector functions. So let's take a moment to learn more about this year's honorees.
The City Center is a geographical hub of our area, encompassing the center core of Mankato and North Mankato. This geographical hub is important to the overall characteristic, economy, and livability of our region. A unique blend of commercial and residential areas, beautification of our city center is a top priority of the City Center Partnership's strategic plan. The City Design Awards of Excellence honor individual property owners and designers in a variety of categories who are helping the City Center continue to grow and develop as the beautiful, vibrant core of our area. Tandem Bagels raises the bar of urban architectural character through the renovation of an existing commercial space into a dynamic, community-focused cafe with an old-world charm. Brunton Architect's Office, a new two-story office residential building which filled a vacant lot in a complementary style to existing Belgrade buildings. City Center Place combined a mosaic of multicolored metallic panels with curved ribbon awnings to update a 50-year-old facade and helped attract 100 new employees to the City Center. 629 North Riverfront Drive renovation and expansion. Restored many historic details while modernizing the building and incorporating a new outdoor decorative seating area to liven the old town atmosphere.
The City Center Partnership is proud to applaud these award-winning projects. As we move forward in continuing to build a vibrant and prosperous city center, it's private investment like this that is essential, and we welcome the opportunity to recognize it. These types of projects in new construction, renovation, and beautification play a key role in our revitalization and our continued growth.
Thank you to these businesses for making an impact that will benefit the City Center for many years to come.
Please welcome to the stage to receive their awards this year's recipients of the City Design Awards of Excellence. Renovation under 1 million, Tandem Bagels, owners Anna and Tony Prince. New construction under 2 million, Brunton Architects, owner Corey Brunton. Facade improvements, City Center Place, owner Northwestern Office Building Partnership. Accepting from the partnership is Dick Corcoran. Downtown Detail, 629 North Riverfront Drive. Owners Aaron and Tammy Gatchell. Let's give this year's City Design Awards of Excellence recipients a round of applause.
As the City Design Award recognizes private developments that improve our community's aesthetics, the City Art Walking Sculpture Tour seeks to improve aesthetics with public art. To continue encouraging high-quality public art, the program offers a variety of awards in its annual tour. Here to present those awards is City Art Coordinator Noelle Lawton.
The City Art Walking Sculpture Tour is experiencing another amazing year due to the overwhelming support from the community and businesses in the greater Mankato. This year we added several new components to the program, including a community-wide photo contest, a scavenger hunt for kids, a self-guided audio tour, and beautiful hanging flower baskets. Thank you to all who have given up your time and resources in making this program so successful. A special thank you to Tammy Paulson, the City Art Chair, and the rest of the City Art Committee. And now I would like to announce the winners of this year's City Art Awards as selected by a panel of jurors. Beginning with the winner of the photo contest, the Best of Show photograph is Fat Tony by Jesse Berg from Mankato. The Kids' Choice Award sculpture goes to Tuckered Out Guardian Angel by Lee Looning and Sherry Treby of South Dakota. And on to the other materials category, Best in Show, Aplomb by Luke Achterberg of Kentucky. Second, Portal for the Agrarian by Greg Mueller of St. Peter, Minnesota. Third, Klompenboot by Kyle Folken of Minnesota. Honorable mention goes to The Morning Star by Stephen Mack of Florida. On to the bronze category, Best in Show, Guidance by Deb Zelnick of Wyoming. Second, Reflections, D.E. McDermott of Virginia. Third place is Natural Wonders, Michelle Mushi-Dale of Wisconsin. An honorable mention to Love is to Be by Martin Eckinger of Oregon. And now to the People's Choice Award. The People's Choice is the sculpture that received the most popular votes by the public. The total number of votes cast was nearly 1,000, drawing people from 33 different states, 5 foreign countries, and over 70 communities in Minnesota. And the People's Choice winner is Guidance by Deb Zelnick of Wyoming. This sculpture will be purchased by the City Center Partnership and permanently installed in the North Mankato City Center. Thank you to everyone again who supports this endeavor, and a special congratulations to all of our artists. Thank you.
On behalf of the City Center Partnership, our volunteers, and our investor partners, we congratulate all of this year's recipients and offer our thanks for the continued efforts by all to maintain our vibrant city center.
Well, what an unbelievable investment by business to continue to make our community vital and vibrant, and thank you, City Center Partnership, for your efforts. Next, we have awards to be presented from the Greater Mankato Convention and Visitors Bureau, an organization that's focused on positioning and branding and marketing this community as a destination for visitors and the tourism economy. Here to present this year's Convention and Visitors Bureau Awards is CDB President Anna Thill. Please help me welcome Anna to the stage.
Thank you, Jonathan. Our first award this year is for the Bring It Home Award. This year's recipient is the Mankato Wachipi Powwow. This event has been bringing nations together for many, many years to sing, dance, and remember. And the idea of the event was actually brought forth by 2 friends, Jim Buckley and Bud Lawrence. The idea is about reconciliation and remembrance. Let's learn more.
The Mankato Wachipi Powwow has been bringing visitors to our community for 40 years. This event brings together cultures from all over the country for the purposes of honoring the 38 Dakota warriors who were hung in Mankato 150 years ago after the U.S.-Dakota conflict of 1862, and to celebrate reconciliation that came years later.
The powwow was started in 1972 because we just celebrated our 40th year this year. And a Dakota elder from Prairie Island by the name of Amos Owens. And Amos Owens shared his vision with one of our local folks here by the name of Bud Lawrence and Jim Buckley.
Every 3rd weekend in September, Land of Memories Park is filled with education, dancing, singing, remembering, and reconciliation.
It's all about dancing. It's a traditional powwow that's all about dancing, and it's about bringing people in from all communities and all walks of life to share this moment in time with us to reconcile as different communities.
Thousands of people come every year to participate either as a tribal member or as a spectator to watch ceremonies, eat Native American foods, and enjoy beautiful handmade crafts. It brings people together in a unique way in which no other community event does.
Yeah, we had folks from many communities surrounding the upper area of the Midwest, and including people from North Dakota, South Dakota, Nebraska, Wisconsin, Iowa, and even from Canada. So we had lots of people from all walks of life.
Our community has benefited from the Mankato Wachipi Powwow for 40 years, and there is no end in sight. There is a tremendous opportunity before us to continue to attract and educate visitors concerning the rich history around us. This event not only brings people in for one weekend of remembering and reconciliation, but also serves as a gateway for continued visits to the area as people are introduced to the community and want to take in much more.
We'll now welcome to the podium Jim Buckley and Bud Lawrence.
It's hard to believe that this started 40 years ago. My goodness. A lot of you people weren't even around 40 years ago. But it happened, Bud and I, in our younger years, back in 1972, were doing a lot of jogging around the upper campus area. And one night we thought, well, what can we do to raise money for the youth at the YMCA? We needed more money to buy equipment, what have you. And the white light went on in Bud's head, and he said, well, we never have had a powwow here in Mankato. Maybe we should try to organize a powwow here. So, since Bud is a good friend of Amos Owen, who's a Native American that lives over by Red Wing in the reservation there, he's a medicine man, a spiritual man, and Bud did contact him, and Amos said, yes, that's a good idea, that's what we need. There's too much fear for the Indians coming through Mankato, and the people of Mankato have a certain resistance to Indians. This might just help out the situation. So for that year, we started to work on it. We had the Indians coming to work from Red Wing to meet with us in my office at the Y there. We hammered it out, and come 1972 in the fall, September, the third weekend in September, we had the very first powwow up at the, what's the name of the place, Bud? At the ballpark off Madison Avenue. And it was a very successful powwow. The Wisemen put the bill for it. They thought that they could raise money for the kids, but it ended up they had to kick out another $1,200. So the next year we did not have a powwow, but then after that, the Chamber of Commerce said this program is just too valuable to let it die. We need to keep it going. So the Chamber got going on it, and got the Junior Chamber of Commerce and some of the women's organizations behind it, and they said, yes, we will take it over. And from that point on, up until 40 years, it's been a tremendous program. And it's amazing the number of people from all walks of life that give the time and energy to help out.
It's kind of tough to follow a red-haired Irishman like this. We've been together for 40 years plus, and we've had a great time with the powwow. I'd just like to mention a few highlights of the powwow, which I think you could convert into the term reconciliation, byproducts of the powwow that have taken place over the years. It have meant a lot to not only the Dakota Indian community, but to our own community here in Mankato. The first one I'd like to mention was a program that was developed by a couple by the name of Dowans, Bruce and Cheryl Dowan, back in 1987, which was the year of reconciliation, by the way, proclaimed by Governor Purpich at that time. And this program was an educational program that was created along with District 77. And this program is going on yet today, and it's probably one of the most important byproducts that we have in our whole powwow program. About 600 to 700 children are bused out to Land of Memories Park the first day of the powwow every year. And the kids have an opportunity to go into learning stations that are all manned by Indian people. So there's a real learning experience there. Another important area of a byproduct would be Dakota Meadows School. That's another important one that was dedicated by the Dakota people too in around 1990. And there's a Heritage Hall at South Central College that was dedicated by the Dakota people too, so they started getting more and more involved all the time. They were quite reluctant to come to Mankato in 1972 because of the history. Their confidence in coming to Mankato grew as the years went by. The Land of Memories Park was another development that we could call a byproduct of the powwow. And then finally, the one I think that really exemplifies the word reconciliation would be Reconciliation Park, which is only about a half a block from here. When we developed that, it took a lot of money. It took about $140,000 to accomplish that. And it was accomplished by bringing together the Dakota people and local businessmen. And together, we were able to come up with $140,000 in both dollars and we're getting too old, I'm afraid. In-kind contributions. Took a while. But that program is still ongoing. We're developing another monument at that park, and we hope to have it completed within a month or so. We hope to continue reconciling for a long time, don't we, Jim? Yes, we do. We'll live long enough.
Thank you to Jim and to Bud and to the powwow committee that works so hard every year for bringing continuing a tradition in Mankato with the Mankato Wachiti powwow. The next award that I'm pleased to present is the Hospitality Award, and that's given to an individual, group, or organization that has helped promote Greater Mankato as a great destination to visit. And we all know that when visitors come to town, they're looking for something fun to do and something new to experience. Well, we have a new product in town that was introduced this year, and that is the Mankato Brewery Craft Beer. Tony Feichenberger and Tim Tupy brought this new tradition to town and brought a new product to all of our, many of our hospitality partners. And that is for not only our residents to enjoy, but as much for our visitors to enjoy. So I'd like to bring Tim and Tony up to the stage as the video is playing. Let's learn a little bit more.
Founders Tim Tupy and Tony Feichenberger brought back a tradition earlier this year when they opened Mankato Brewery, a production brewery, the likes of which hasn't been in existence in our community since 1967. Tim's great-great-great-grandfather started the first brewery in New Prague, Minnesota in 1884, and Tim is a home brewer himself. Tony worked as a shift production manager at Senex Harvest States. In 2009, the two started working on Mankato Brewery, and the business opened earlier this year.
We looked at the opportunity of creating unique beers within the region of the Mankato area, but also within the state of Minnesota. The plan has always been able to produce beers that we could have fun locally here within the market, being bars, restaurants, and liquor stores, but also to bring something a little bit about Mankato area to other parts of the state. So being able to export and create a product that was consumed other places and just brought awareness to what we consider a pretty great area that's in our state.
Mankato Brewery provides hospitality to groups in the community who are looking for a new and unique venue for events. In fact, the Greater Mankato Convention and Visitors Bureau hosted their National Travel and Tourism event there last spring. In addition to opening their doors for events and tours, Mankato Brewery has provided a new product for the community's hospitality business, serving up visitors and residents alike.
What's unique about Mankato Brewery is that, as a craft brewery, we are able to really do a lot of fun things. We were able to experiment and again, show people, what beer is. There are a lot of possibilities. There are a lot of styles of beers. And our goal is to really get out there and bring a lot of styles out to people, and so they can see that there is more to beer than just American lagers. We are specialties in ales and fun things like that.
Mankato Brewery's generosity with their space and products has delighted many in their early existence. As breweries are quickly gaining popularity in the tourism industry, It is exciting for our community to have a brewery making strides as a tourism driver in our own backyard.
All right, let's bring Tim and Tony to the podium.
This is pretty amazing. I mean, the last award recipient was 40 plus years, and we're less than a year. So to be able to be up here is pretty great. We have an amazing team. We always joke, a lot of people come through for tours. And we have a lot of groups that come through for hospitality events. But one of the things is like, was it a lot of work? And I'm like, yeah, it was a lot of work, but all the work really started once we opened. You know, you think about opening up a business. My wife and I have another business in town here, and that's actually how Tony and I had met. And his wife is our general manager at Live Veda, and then I was just thinking about this from home brewing. He's like, I want to open up a brewery. So I was like, oh, I'm going to ask Megan and see if Tony wants to do this. It was like 10 minutes later, like, I'm in. And it's something about beer, I guess. And but that was 3 years ago this last August. So we've been working really hard for the last couple of years here. And you know, Bobby is here, our head brewer, and Olivia's here. I'll let Tony thank his wife. I'll thank my wife Tammy, because I mean, running 2 businesses and everything else. I mean, like, and then you think about events. Our events at the brewery start at like 6 o'clock. Sometimes they start at 10 o'clock at night. I don't know about you guys, but I'm usually in bed at that time, but not anymore. It's been an amazing opportunity to be able to do something like this in the community. It's a lot of work. We really enjoy it, but every day is a new day. And that's, I guess, when we look at creating, that's the art and the science of making beer. So that's a lot of fun. And I'll let Tony talk more about the beer itself, but we just want to thank everybody for their support. January is our 1-year anniversary, so it's like this year. So a couple months out, but we still have a couple holidays coming up here. But I just want to thank everybody for all your support, and we'll continue making lots of beer. Thank you.
Yes, more than anything else, what I'd like to do is just tell you a little bit more about what Mankato Brewery does. Not only are we just a production brewery, we're making all sorts of different stuff, like I mentioned in the video, but we also do tours, and I think that's where this whole tourism award kind of comes into play. We give tours usually on Saturdays at 1 o'clock. We give tours for businesses, so if that's anything that any of you people are interested in, those are things that we love to do. We have parties. We have bachelorette parties, bachelor parties, business parties. We do a lot of things there, and that's a fun thing about the brewery is that we're able to do just a lot of fun stuff. And everyone talks about beer and how fun it is, and it is. And like Tim mentioned, it is a lot of work too. But it's something that we really love. But I should also thank my wife, and I should thank our team, because it is a lot of work, and we put everybody through a lot of work. My wife not excluded in that. She puts in her fair amount. And so I would just like to thank everybody for this support. Cheers.
Thank you, Tim and Tony, for providing a couple of products, the beer and the venue. And it's really, as you can tell, growing, and we're excited to have them here. So with that concludes the CVB Awards for this evening. Jonathan?
Jim, Bud, Tony, Tim, and your teams, thank you so much for all that you've done to advance Greater Mankato, to put Mankato on the map, and to bring visitors to this community. And thank you to the CVB for their efforts to continue to market this community as a destination for visitors. Now it's time for us to present the Greater Mankato Growth Awards. And to help me present these awards this evening, I'd like to welcome to the stage GMG's Vice President, Barb Bembacher. Barb? Now, before we present these awards, I need to tell you a little bit about how we get here tonight. The recipients have been nominated, and then they were voted on, not by GMG staff, but instead a panel of past recipients, award winners themselves. The members of that panel, well, okay, I can't tell you their names to keep their identities and their safety secure, but I just made about 5 people in this room very nervous. Seriously, they spend a lot of time poring over the nominations, the information that comes in with those, and really deliberating as a panel about the recipients that they'd like to see recognized as entrepreneurs, distinguished businesses, and finally, those that are being inducted into the Hall of Fame. To present our first 3 awards this evening, I'll ask Barb to make those introductions and those presentations. Barb?
Good evening, everyone. It is my pleasure to get to announce these first 3 awards, as all 3 of these are people and organizations that have touched me personally. Our first one is our Young Professional of the Year Award, which goes to recognize an individual between the ages of 21 and 39 years old who have made an outstanding contribution in our community. At 30, this year's recipient, Christy Wilking, has made a significant impact on our community. I personally witnessed her energy and her passion that she gives through her work and as a volunteer in the community. I've witnessed this through our Young Professionals group and through the Greater Mankato Growth Ambassadors Program, and I'm sure she's interacted with many of you in this room as well. Please watch the video and learn more about Christy.
Christy Wilking grew up just outside of Sioux Falls, South Dakota. In 2001, she came to the community to attend Minnesota State University Mankato and has been here ever since. After graduating with a degree in communication studies, she started working at Hickory Tech as a marketing specialist in 2005, where she had the opportunity to volunteer for United Way. In December 2008, she went on to work for United Way as Resource Development Director. Christy feels fortunate that her job allows her to improve the lives of those in Greater Mankato.
I think with my job at United Way, I get to impact the community in a lot of different ways on a daily basis. My main job is to go out and be able to tell people about United Way and how we improve lives in the community and allow people to join in that in making the Greater Mankato area a better place to live and work.
Christy also gives back by volunteering and staying involved in the community. She's a volunteer for Junior Achievement, Hosanna Lutheran Church, and is a team leader for the Greater Mankato Growth Ambassadors. For the past year, she has sat on the Leadership Council of the Greater Mankato Young Professionals as Service Committee Chair, as well as serving as the Chair of the Logistics Committee for the Kiwanis Holiday Lights Parade put on by the Young Professionals. Through her job at United Way, she has also encouraged other young professionals to get involved with United Way as volunteers, with almost half of the United Way volunteer campaign cabinet this year being made up by young professionals under the age of 39.
Well, I think one of the biggest things to me on why I'm in the career that I'm in is because I feel like I want to make a difference in people's lives and I want to work with a lot of different types of people. I'm definitely a people person and I like meeting new people and working with different types of people every day. And so I've definitely got to do that a lot where I'm at today.
Christy has been married to her husband Mitch for almost 4 years. They have 2 dogs and are expecting their first baby. Christy says that while she is not originally from the Greater Mankato area, because of her volunteer activities and meeting people through her job, she feels like Mankato is now her home.
As a young professional, I feel like we are the next generation of community leaders. And to me, the more that we can get involved in the community and the more that we can learn from current community leaders and mentors, the better that our community is going to be and the better that we're going to be as young professionals.
For being an exemplary example of community involvement through her career and other activities, Christy Wilking is the 2012 Young Professional of the Year.
Please help me congratulate Christy Wilking.
honored to be here tonight, and thank you. I'm honored to be here tonight and to be this year's Young Professional of the Year. I have lots of thank yous. A huge thanks to my husband and my family, my coworkers, and all of the volunteers that I get to work with on a daily basis. I know that I'm a very blessed person, and I know that I wouldn't be where I'm at today without all of them. My family's always been extremely supportive of everything that I've done, and I've learned from an early age from my dad that it was always good to get involved and to stand up for what you believe in. And I've always felt compelled to get involved and to try to do what I can to make a difference. And so I feel like the job that I'm in now at United Way is a perfect fit for that. And I get to help people on a daily basis. You know, how much better can I get than that? In my career, I've been blessed to work with outstanding coworkers on a daily basis. The women that I get to work with every day are unbelievable. And it just wouldn't be the same without them. And so I'm so thankful to have all of them. I also get to work with hundreds of volunteers each year. I've got to meet some of the community's most amazing individuals, and to see volunteers' passion for making the community a better place, it's just awesome that I get to work with that every single day. I've also been fortunate to have two wonderful bosses in my career. First, Deidre Vosberg, and now Laura Bowman. They're both amazing community leaders, and to be able to learn from them, and I've learned so much, and I continue to learn from them. And to me, I feel like mentors are so important, and I hope that all young professionals have the opportunity to have some type of that mentorship in their life and in their career, because it's amazing. I've now been in the area for just over 10 years, and I can tell you that Mankato does feel like home, and I've been part of the Young Professionals group for just over 4 years. And I've met some amazing friends and done some activities that I probably wouldn't have tried otherwise. I've made some lasting connections that have benefited me both professionally and personally. So lastly, I want to say thanks to all of you here tonight, because I think there's been an increased effort in the past few years to really develop and help support young professionals in our community. I think that we have a great group of young professionals in this community, and we are excited and ready for the challenge to help shape the greater Mankato area's future. So thank you.
What a great example she is of the young professionals that we are trying to grow in this community. All right, next up, we also recognize a recipient each year who participates in our Greater Mankato Leadership Institute. This award is called our Hap Halligan Leadership Award. Hap Halligan is a former community leader who believes strongly in giving back to his community. So this year, our recipient is Marcia Danielson. Marcia has done much to give back to Greater Mankato. She was part of the Leadership Institute back in the 1980s. The exact year is not to be disclosed. But anyone who has had the pleasure of working with Marcia knows that she has dedication and extreme passion for this community and everything she sinks her teeth into. I have known and gotten the pleasure of working with her in many capacities, and so it is my pleasure for you to learn more about Marcia's touch on this community.
Marcia Danielson grew up in southern Minnesota in a very large family. When her father passed away at 39, everyone in the family pulled together to contribute to the household by working after school and full-time summer jobs. After high school, Danielson was the first of 11 children to attend college. As a non-traditional student, she attended 7 years of night school while working full-time and raising a family. In 1991, she received her bachelor's degree in Business Administration and Marketing Management from Minnesota State University, Mankato. In 1999, she earned a Master of Science degree in Education Administration in less than 2 years. Danielson was in the Greater Mankato Leadership Institute early in her career.
You know, the Leadership Institute, even though I was in it a long time ago, I still remember some of the key points. And one is that you need to be engaged professionally in your career. Even though I was early on in my career, I understood that I needed to volunteer for projects and for issues so that my leadership, I could start to show what I had to offer, and also to let them know my interest in having those types of positions. I also think that I remember being encouraged to be involved in community. During the Leadership Institute, we learned a lot about the community and boards of directors, and you really learn through the service that you're volunteering when you're in the community.
Danielson's employment history includes leadership positions at a radio station, Greater Mankato Convention and Visitors Bureau, the Minnesota Department of Employment and Economic Development, Minnesota State University Mankato, and the Greater Mankato Diversity Council, where she was the founding director. In 2007, she joined the South Central College Center for Business and Industry, where she currently serves as Dean of Economic Development, providing for leadership and education, training, and consultative services to maximize talent in order to drive business performance and growth. Danielson's definition of an effective leader is someone who provides an environment for optimal conditions for growth, development, and self-improvement. Becoming a good leader is a journey developed through a never-ending process of self-study, education, training, and expertise.
I believe that people who work with me would say that my leadership style is participative. I am a change agent, however, and so my leadership style really depends on the situation that's at hand. Sometimes I'm a visionary, sometimes I'm more of a manager where I'm digging in, but I always look for the feedback from the team and hope that they can help to move the organization forward.
Danielson's personal leadership growth has also included serving on several boards of directors and steering committees, both professionally and for community organizations and initiatives. In 2007, she was honored for her many contributions by being named a YWCA Woman of Distinction. Danielson lives in Mankato and enjoys spending time with her husband, 3 sons, and 2 grandchildren. Throughout her life, Marcia's passion has been working to make Greater Mankato a more inclusive and economically vital community. For making a positive impact in furthering this goal, Marcia Danielson is this year's Hap Halligan Leadership Award recipient.
Please welcome to the stage Marcia Danielson.
Well, thank you. Oh yes, got a little height advantage over Barb here. Well, I'm still blown away by this award for several reasons, but foremost because, this type of award, I don't know, I think it's usually given to someone much older than I am. Then I was thinking about it and I thought, oh, I bet the nominating committee must have been tipped off to the fact that I turned 50 on Halloween this year. So that's how I qualified. Thanks, nominating committee. Remember, I know who you are. We're all lucky to live in a community that considers volunteering for countless committees and giving free advice as leadership. That's what brought me here today. And I thought maybe this is a hint of some kind. We give her an award and now maybe she'll retire from volunteering so that's going to open up a volunteer spot for somebody that's really an innovative thinker. Honestly, I am very, very touched and honored for receiving the Hap Halligan Leadership Award. I believe as a leader, you're only as good as those who surround you. For me, that includes my wonderful husband, Bruce, 3 sons, and as you heard, 2 grandbabies, and yes, I do have pictures here tonight. My mother, Martha, and my mother-in-law, Shirley, who are with me tonight. And also, of course, my siblings, some of which are here. You heard I had 10. And also in-laws that are here tonight, and of course, many friends in the audience and former colleagues. A special thanks to President Stover and Vice President Nancy Genelin for the support that I receive from all my colleagues at South Central College, and especially to those who work with me at the South Central College Center for Business and Industry. Thank you all.
Thank you, Marcia, for continuing to use your talents to enhance our community. Next is our Brian Fazio Business Education Partnership Award. This award recognizes outstanding partnerships between business and education that have benefited our community. This award was named after Brian Fazio, a former community member who was working in economic development, who believed strongly in the partnerships that can really produce great results between business and education when we work together. This year's award goes to an organization that's close to me, Junior Achievement of Greater Mankato, which along with many, many businesses and schools in our region, partner to provide outstanding learning opportunities to young people. While I didn't have any influence on picking this award recipient, I am a huge fan of JA. My kids have experienced the curriculum in their elementary, middle, and high school classes. I've been a classroom volunteer myself, and I now serve on the board of directors. But there are some of you that may not know as much about JA as I do, so please watch the short video and learn more.
The Brian Fazio Business Education Partnership Award was created to recognize partnerships that enhance education and business in Greater Mankato. Junior Achievement was established here in the 1970s and since then has grown to serve students in public and private schools throughout the Greater Mankato area.
Junior Achievement is an organization that works with students kindergarten through 12th grade. We work with teachers, educators, businesses, and a network of community volunteers.
Junior Achievement brings the business community into our schools. It is a great opportunity for our students to learn more about business and things going on in the community, and they bond with our students. A great activity.
Junior Achievement's focus is on financial literacy, entrepreneurship, and college and career readiness.
Junior Achievement partners with teachers, educators, community volunteers, and businesses to provide lessons to approximately 6,000 students in nearly 30 schools in the Greater Mankato region each year. During the 2011-2012 school year, 78% of teachers in grades K through 5 welcome Junior Achievement volunteers and curriculum into their classroom. JA also has programs reaching middle and high school students, including a regional business challenge and career exploration day where students compete in teams to try their hand at running a simulated company for a day. Junior Achievement makes it easy to match up talented and caring adults with classrooms by providing easy-to-deliver kits with hands-on activities and examples that students can relate to. Junior Achievement is particularly proud of its strong school partnership program, which connects businesses with specific schools for the purpose of JA program delivery through both financial and volunteer commitments. These partnerships ensure that students have role models from the business community delivering the important concepts found in JA curriculum, drawing from their own business examples and expertise. There are currently multiple businesses in the Greater Mankato area contributing to Junior Achievement by providing funding, volunteers, or both. According to Jennifer Sprouty,
by supporting Junior Achievement, businesses help students develop the competence, the character, and the confidence to be successful in today's competitive global market. Business professionals who volunteer with Junior Achievement have a rewarding experience. They help students to make the connection between the classroom and the skills that they're going to need to be successful in business, in life, and beyond.
My favorite thing about Junior Achievement is that most of my Junior Achievement teachers are really kind, and I really get to learn a lot of stuff.
For working together with so many generous businesses and schools to make a positive impact on the students today and our community tomorrow. Junior Achievement of Greater Mankato is this year's Brian Fazio Business Education Partnership Award recipient.
All right, please help me welcome to the stage from Junior Achievement, Jackie Siebenaller, JA Board Chair from Hickory Tech, Jennifer Spouty, and one of the students that have benefited from JA, Katie from St. Clair.
Thank you, and thank you to Greater Mankato Growth for putting on another great event. On behalf of everyone involved with Junior Achievement, we are very proud to accept the Brian Fazio Business Education Partnership Award. Junior Achievement of Greater Mankato has been part of this community for 40 years and is dedicated to educating students in the areas of financial literacy, college and career readiness, and entrepreneurship.
As you saw in the video, Junior Achievement has had a significant impact on kindergartners through 12th grade. Last year, nearly 6,000 students participated in Junior Achievement programs. This community and business partnership is the key to our success of our programs, impacting virtually every student in the community. Now I'd like to introduce Jennifer Spouty, our board chair, to say it.
Junior Achievement would not be possible without the ongoing financial and volunteer support from this community, including the support from many of you who are here this evening. Let's take a moment to recognize all of those who have supported Junior Achievement over the past 40 years. First, we'd like to thank our board members for their leadership and commitment to our mission. If you are a current or past board member, I'd ask that you please stand at this time and stay standing. I know there are several here tonight. Each year, Junior Achievement relies on a dedicated team of volunteers to deliver the curriculum to area schools. I'll now ask that all present and past Junior Achievement volunteers and educators in the audience please stand and stay standing. We also thank our generous financial supporters, including businesses and individuals involved in the JA Big Bowl and the Gulf Marathon, two key fundraisers for Junior Achievement. You saw many of our financial contributors on the presentation here tonight, and we are so grateful for your support. If you are a financial supporter of Junior Achievement, please stand at this time. Look around. This is an incredible group of people who are partnering to make Junior Achievement possible in the greater Mankato area. Thank you all for your time, your talents, and your treasure. Finally, I would be remiss if I did not call out two key staff members who have been instrumental in advancing and growing the Junior Achievement Partnership in our community. Jackie Siebenaller, our current district manager, and Tammy Reuter, our previous leader of Junior Achievement. Thank you to both of you for your passion and your past and present support and commitment to Junior Achievement.
Thanks, Jennifer. If you've had a child participate in Junior Achievement, or you've been a volunteer in the classroom, you've seen our impact that we make. This program not only demonstrates the learning gains of economic concepts, but the students also develop self-efficiency and confidence. We hear stories every day from current and former JA students who make a different path, who choose a different path because of their experience in a Junior Achievement program. Now, Katie Embacher, a Junior Achievement student at St. Clair School, is going to talk briefly about her JA experience.
I would like to thank everyone who has helped bring Junior Achievement to my school and all the other schools in the area. In elementary school, I loved having business volunteers come into our class and teach us about money, careers, and how I could start my own business someday. Well, I got to go to JA Biztown in 5th and 6th grade, which helped us pretend we were adults for a day. We each got to interview for a job and then had to work together to run a pretend city for the day. I learned a lot and had a lot of fun. Now that I'm getting older, JA has activities for high school students to help me learn about our